What is going on, guys? Brewer here, back again with another video, and today we're doing part 3 of my full TikTok ads course. Now, if you've made it through all 3 parts and you've done the homework and you've done all the steps leading up to this point, you now have a product list, you now have a finished store, and you now have creatives. In this video, we're going to be launching the ads and talking about how to analyze them and actually decide whether or not you have a winning product. Super excited for this one. Like always, if you haven't seen part number 1 and part number 2, make sure to go on my YouTube channel and check out those parts so that you don't miss out. And of course, I'm telling you exactly what to do to follow this training step by step, and there's also homework in between each video, so if you're not doing the homework, make sure to go back and actually do those. I want you to follow the steps. I want you to take the action so that you can come out of this either with a winning product or knowing exactly how to find a winning product. So allow me to hit my goal of allowing you to follow this so that you can hit your goal of finding a winning product. But let's get right into this. I'm super excited to talk about what we're going to talk about today, as this is probably going to be one of the most valuable parts of this series. Launching your ad campaign. Now, of course, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to set up your campaign, and yes, I'm going to be sharing my screen inside of a TikTok ad account so that you can see exactly what we do and how to set it up so that you can make sure that you don't fuck it up and you don't make any mistakes. I'm also going to be giving you some quick tips and some different options for you that you can choose depending on what you want to do. But before we continue, of course, I want to say that I have a service that I offer to dropshippers just like yourself who are trying to find winning products following proven methods. And our service in particular completely automates the product testing and scaling system. We provide you with products, we build your store, we run and manage your ad testing campaigns, and then once we find you a winning product, we completely scale it for you, obviously using our proven systems, very similar to what I'm showing you in this video here. But a side benefit in being part of the agency is you're having us walk you through it one-on-one, or just doing it for you on your store so that you can make sure that everything is done correctly. Now, this service is doing very well, but I'm sure that if you've been following me for a minute, you're no stranger to the service itself and what it includes. But if you did want to learn more and it sounds like something that you may be interested in, there will be a link in the description of these 3 series that you can go and schedule a call with my team to learn more about it, see if it's a good fit, if it is a good fit, how we can move forward. And if you're shy and you don't really want to hop on a call just yet, it's okay. Feel free to DM me on Instagram. My username is on the screen, or it's at Noah D. Brewer on Instagram. I try to answer DMs within 24 hours, 48 hours, depends how busy I am. But feel free to DM me, ask any questions. We can explain to you what the packages are and offer to get on a call with one of my team members. So looking forward to working with you, or at least talking with you, or if you schedule with my team. But yeah, make sure to take action on that if you want us to automate this entire process for you and you don't want to go through the bullshit of learning it yourself and making potential mistakes that could stop you from finding a winning product. But we have the ad account pulled up now. This is just a dummy ad account, so it says there's no balance, whatever, just ignore all of that. And we're gonna go ahead and create a dummy campaign just so that you guys can see exactly how I set up the campaign, exactly how I set up the ad sets, and the ads under the ad sets as well. Now, I don't have a product page, I don't have creatives for this example, but essentially all you have to do is fill in the blanks with your specific product pages and your video creatives. So first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and click the create button. It's gonna bring you to the setup, makes it super easy. Go ahead and optimize for conversions. You might get that little glitch that pops up on the screen. Name the campaign, the name of the product. So obviously I'm just gonna put test product because we don't really have a product that we're using for this. Leave campaign budget optimization turned off. We're also gonna have no budget limit on the campaign. You'll see what we set it to on the ad group level. So, and now that we're on the ad group level, go ahead and select your pixel. I might need to blur this out. Please forgive any blurring that happens here. Select complete payment. So this is basically TikTok's equivalent of a purchase. They call it complete payment or payment completed, whatever. It might be different depending on what country you're in. But this means that we're optimizing for purchases, so we're looking to get people to buy our products. Very simple. In terms of placements, I usually just like doing TikTok only. Even if you do automatic placements, usually it only spends on TikTok anyways. In terms of comments, you can turn them off or leave them on, honestly, depending on what you do. You could get better results by leaving comments on if you have a little bit of a controversial product. Maybe people will start talking shit in the comments and it'll get a little, virality or controversy going on. But usually I'll just turn it off because I don't really want to monitor them or anything, and I haven't really seen that big of a difference between leaving them on versus off. Now, in terms of audience, demographics, interests, let's leave all of that blank for now and let's go down to the budget. We're gonna have a $20 budget for each ad group, and of course, make sure that you schedule it for the next full day. So obviously today is the 16th, so we are gonna schedule it for the 17th at midnight. So this means essentially that tonight for me, they'll launch. So I recommend doing this just so that it doesn't try to blow your budget all on the same day or all on the first day that you do it. Now, this is another thing that I would highly recommend, which is doing lowest cost bid option. Sometimes you can get cost caps to spend and they actually perform really, really well. But just for the sake of this challenge, because I don't really want to run into any spending issues or anything like that, highly recommend doing lowest cost. Next thing that we're gonna do is talk about interests, behaviors, demographics. So like I said, make sure that you follow the TikTok ad policy. There could be age restrictions on your specific products, so make sure that you go ahead and follow the age restrictions. For the sake of this example, I'm gonna do 18 plus. Do not be scared to target 13 to 17. It's actually a very good age range when it comes to advertising. The CPMs are really, really low, and obviously a lot of people aren't gonna have money in that age range to buy things from you. But it almost balances out. So because the CPMs are so low, you don't really need a lot of them to buy to be profitable. But just keep in mind that like if you're selling like a beauty product, you're not gonna wanna be targeting kids. It's actually against their policy and it can get you banned. So be very, very careful with that. In terms of location, like I said before, we're gonna do United States and Canada. So we'll go ahead and select US and Canada. We're gonna ignore the audience thing for now. That's just for retargeting and stuff, which we're just testing products. Now, in terms of the interest, this is where things get interesting. We recently split tested adding interest and having no interest targeting, and honestly, the results were pretty much exactly the same. For the sake of your scalability, now this might be a little bit advanced, so I apologize if you don't understand, we're gonna do no interest targeting at all. So we're just gonna leave this completely blank. And the reason I do this is because, like I said, there's not that much of a success rate difference between targeting interest and having no interest at all. But if you're starting out with no interest, usually it's a little bit smoother and a little bit easier to scale once you do find a winning product. So I probably would recommend to just not target any interest at all. And that's pretty much it for the ad group setup. Like once you do all this, you're pretty much good. One thing I might recommend doing is naming the ad group no interest, just so that we know that there's no interest in it. And feel free to mix it up. We're gonna do a total of 5 ad groups, so you can do 2 ad groups, you can add interest in, and the other 3 you can have no interest. You can also mix it up. So keep that in mind. You're not totally limited to just choosing one or the other. You can do both. So once you do that, go ahead and click next. And we are going to be brought to our ad creation. So essentially all that you need to do, like I said, I recommend that you have 3 different ads for each product that you test. I will show you how to set that up, but for now, just upload one single ad into here so that you can actually create the campaign and move forward. So for your display name, just go ahead and put store name. For your ad copy, I usually say like product name available now. Nothing fancy. I usually don't do anything wild with copywriting. You can also put like 50% off. You can just get creative with it. Just put whatever you want, really. Call to action button, usually just do shop now. And then for the URL, since I don't have an example here, I'm just gonna put Google there. And then for the profile image, I usually recommend just using your store logo. So I'm just gonna use a random picture that was on my computer. Go ahead and check that off. It doesn't matter that much. Don't worry about the tracking. We're just using the basic TikTok pixel. So once you have all this set up, you are good to go. Just make sure that you use one of the videos and don't try to do all 3 right now. I'll show you in a second how you can set up all 3 ads under each ad group. All right, so once you have created that, if you go to your ad level right here, you can see the ad that we just created. What you're gonna wanna do is go ahead and click copy. We're gonna do 2 copies. If you have 3 different creatives for one product, you're just gonna wanna duplicate this here. So you come here, choose the existing campaign, the one that we just created, it's called test product, and then choose the existing ad group, which is also the one that we just created. Go ahead and duplicate these. Make sure everything is good and set up properly on the ad level. Go ahead and click OK. And then once we are completed here, we will have 3 ads under each ad group. So as you can see, we have 3 ads here. Now from here, all you need to do is click edit and swap out the videos to your other creatives, and you will successfully have 3 ads under each ad group. I highly recommend doing this. If you only have 1 advertisement for your product, it's perfectly okay, not a big deal. But like I said, it's a little bit better, and we did see a massively improved success rate with 3 ads under each ad group. So now that we have the campaign set up, with the 3 ads under the ad group, all we're gonna do is go ahead and copy this 4 times, my bad. One thing you're gonna wanna do here is scroll through, make sure everything is still the same as you created it before. One thing you're gonna have to modify is the start date, of course, because they reset it every time. So just go ahead and modify the start date, make sure that it's correct, and if everything else is good, just click next and submit on the next page. So like I said, I usually would recommend for you to just have no interest targeting on all 5 of your ad groups. So once you have this system set up, you can basically just come in here and make sure that all 3 of your ad groups are set up properly under each ad group. But once you do this, you're pretty much good to go. Just let it run. We'll talk briefly in this video about how to analyze your ads, so hang on for another 5 minutes or so that I can cover how to analyze your ads, and then once you find a winner, how to actually stop it from dying out and make sure that you're able to scale it smoothly. Alright guys, I hope that I am not boring you and you are sticking along with this video. Now you should have everything set up. You should have your campaigns launched. Everything should be good to go. I want to talk briefly about analyzing your ad campaign and how to get it to not die out so that you can actually scale it. One thing that I do want to say is that this is where things start getting choppy and very difficult to help on a one-on-one basis, and this is where it would be very, very helpful to send me a DM on Instagram if you have any questions about whether or not your product is a winner or what you think that the next step should be with your advertisements. Also, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section because you may have a question about your campaign that might help somebody else out. I'll try to be down there answering questions to make sure that I can get you guys the best results possible. But you can see on the screen right now the basic instructions for analyzing your campaign. All we're gonna do is let your campaign run for 1 single day. So let it spend somewhere between $50 and $100. Honestly, $50 is enough, but if you wanna give it a little bit more of a chance, you can let it go up to $100. Within that first day or within that first $100 spent, if there are no sales, just kill it and move on to your next product. Don't be married to it. Just if it doesn't work, just move on. There will be products that will work on day 1. Trust me, I do this all the time. If it's breaking even, you're gonna wanna optimize it for another 3 to 4 days. Now, what I mean by this is basically, maybe turning off some ad sets, making some new ad sets. You can try out some new campaigns with new creatives. There's a few things that you can do. And obviously, if it is profitable on day 1, of course, let it run. But most importantly, order new creatives because you are gonna have to swap out creatives and test new ones quite frequently. Of course, we're still gonna optimize it. We're still gonna turn off the bad ad sets and create new ones to try to find new good ones. And then of course, once your ad set hits a certain level, I recommend like 5 to 10 sales. You can duplicate that ad set into a new campaign at $100 per day, and usually that works pretty well. 100% what I would recommend you guys do is DM me on Instagram once you find a winning product, because the steps that happen after you find the winning product are crucial to your ability to scale it. And if you're not experienced in this field, chances are you're gonna fuck it up, and I don't want you to fuck it up. I want you to make money. I want you to do the best that you can. So just make sure that you send me a DM on Instagram, and we'll make sure that you are taking the steps necessary to see the best success with that product. The last thing that I want to talk about is how to actually keep and scale your winner. A big problem with TikTok ads is that it's pretty easy to find winning products, but it's also pretty hard to actually scale them. So what makes a product die out fast? There's a few things that I go in depth on this one YouTube video that I make specifically titled How to Stop Your Ads from Dying Out. This is such a common issue that I literally made a video going in depth on how to do this. But essentially it's ad fatigue, losing momentum in the ad account, your customer support and your fulfillment, and of course TikTok bans. If you want to learn more about how you can specifically avoid these things and do the things that you need to do to make sure that your product doesn't die out within the first week or 2, make sure that you watch this video. I have the thumbnail on the screen. You should be able to just Google Noah Brewer stop your ads from dying out and it'll probably pop up. Just wanted to make sure that I covered this because like I said, it's such a common issue for people to come to me, in the comment section or my DMs like, hey, I keep finding winning products and they keep dying out. And I'm like, watch this video, dude. Like I literally made a video on this exact subject. So make sure you guys utilize this. But wow, what a training, what a series. I really hope that you guys are able to implement these methods and everything that I've shown you over these past few videos and find yourself a winning product. At the very minimum, I hope that you're 100% more confident in your ability to find a winning product by the end of this series. I hope that you are able to follow along, do the homework, actually do all the steps as recommended, and follow the strategy as recommended. If you were, leave a comment and let me know that you made it through this. I am so happy that I was able to put this training out there, and I've been working really hard on it for the past couple of days, so I'm super excited to see what happens once you guys get your e-com little fingers on them and start running, you know, different ads and different products and start following these systems, because we do it every single day and it works beautiful for us. If you like this video and you think that this training is valuable, please leave a like. It helps the YouTube algorithm, and the more the YouTube algorithm likes me, the more they show me to other people, and the more other people see my videos, the more people that we're able to help as a community. And I think it all just comes full circle, you know, in a good way. If you want to see more videos like this and more trainings like this, make sure to leave a subscribe and flick on the notification bell, just so that when I upload a video, you get notified and I don't have to, you know, you're not bugging, you're not searching through your feed looking for me. I just get popped up right when I upload. So it was super fun making this training. Really hope you enjoyed. This is Noah Brewer, and I'm out. Peace.